Hi, my name is Nguyen, and I'm here on the streets of Portland, Oregon to ask people what their thoughts are on the state of trees in their neighborhood.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I hate the heat. I'm not a summer person, but there's no trees for blocks. I can't find proper shade anywhere, and all I have is my hat to rely on. So yeah, I hate it here.
Yeah, I love it here. There's so many trees around that provide really, really good shade for me and my dog. My dog lives out here as well. And it's honestly really nice and cool during the summer. The shade, I love reading under here as well. It's great.
Actually, that was not in Portland, Oregon, and we all live in Toronto, Canada, and I am attending the University of Toronto. It is, however, representative of just one of the many benefits to having a tree canopy. Portland saw a heat wave in 2021 that killed 54 people. The hottest areas in the city, located in East Portland, have only 20% of the land shaded by the tree canopy. West Portland, by comparison, has 46% tree canopy coverage. The urban tree canopy is important to preserve as they help moderate the climate, providing shade and reducing energy used to cool cities down. They mitigate rainfall runoff and flooding and improve air and water quality. Their presence also reduces urban noise. It's estimated that the loss of the national urban tree canopy is worth $96 million per year. In Portland, the annual benefit is estimated at $45 million per year, but only costs $4.6 million per year to maintain. Mature trees in particular are of more importance, since they contribute more significantly to the ecosystem. Cutting down mature trees and planting new saplings takes time before they can grow and properly replace the existing canopy. In recent history, urban development in the United States has only increased, and subsequently the tree canopy has decreased. Between 2009 and 2014, over 175,000 acres of trees were lost in the U.S. 23 states and districts saw significant declines in tree coverage, and Oregon had some of the worst, at a loss of about 0.38% per year. 0.38% may not seem like a lot, however that comes to about 2,070 acres every year. At the same time, impervious coverage, or roofed structures in paved areas, have increased nationally 0.6 to 1% every year. As a consequence, the habitat and range of animal species that rely on the urban tree canopy has shrunk dramatically. Bumblebees in particular have been severely impacted. Many species of bumblebees are seeing global declines, including the yellow bumblebee, the obscure bumblebee, the Morrison bumblebee, and the western bumblebee. The yellow bumblebee, for example, will go extinct within 70 to 80 years if things do not change. In Oregon, the obscure, Morrison, and western bumblebee are considered imperiled or critically imperiled, meaning that they are at high risk of extirpation in the area. The IUCN lists habitat loss as underlying the steep decline, much of which is coming from urban development. Bumblebees rely on trees and their flowers for pollen and nectar. In Oregon, trees like the bigleaf maple and the chokecherry see visits from pollinators like the bumblebee. The extinction of bumblebee species will compromise food security. Bumblebees are some of the most efficient pollinators. They forage quickly and pollinate many flowers thanks to their large and hairy bodies that allow them to collect more pollen every time they visit a plant. This increases the size and fruits of plants, increasing the number of seeds as well. Pollination by bumblebees is important for the quality and production of our crops, fruits, and vegetables. So what is the solution? The solution is to therefore preserve and protect our existing urban tree canopy. In Washington County, Oregon, there is no tree code to protect existing trees from development. It is one of the only ones in the Portland metropolitan area to not have a tree code. There is little basis to require developers to preserve trees and no enforcement capabilities. Advocacy organizations like the TreeKeepers of Washington County exist to help environmentalists protect urban trees against developers. Without a tree code, this is made incredibly difficult. To mitigate this, I am pitching that Defend Them All creates an advocacy toolkit. This would be a collection of existing legislation and statutes at all levels of government that would help advocates like the TreeKeepers of Washington County know what laws apply and to better protect the urban tree canopy. Defend Them All has the opportunity to equip those without the legal backing of developers or legal knowledge with the law. Even those with legal knowledge could benefit from not needing to do time-consuming research for every problem. A toolkit could essentially serve as a makeshift tree code. For example, Washington County has a community development code. There's a small section that specifies what percentage of trees in an area labeled as a significant habitat, so like wetlands, needs to be saved. It uses a complex point system and requires consolidation of different sections of the code. Turning this into something usable in combination with other statutes and regulations could allow advocates to better understand how to fight against the loss of urban tree canopies. The goal is to not single-handedly stop the extinction of trees. However, this work could significantly protect the habitability of an area and offer a fighting chance to individuals in a major county. It could slow down the heat island effect caused by urban environments without trees and improve the quality of life for many animals and people. Potentially, it could lay the groundwork for future efforts for a tree code or for other toolkits. Defend Them All's mission is to secure a better future for animals and their habitats through community advocacy, education, and legal guidance. This toolkit aims to help communities advocate for the preservation of the tree canopy and the bees, providing education and legal guidance. There will ultimately still be opposition in applying it. There is of course a possibility that the laws do not apply in many scenarios to protect trees, and some development will continue to oppose the preservation of the canopy. However, offering advocates a tool to quickly address problems they would otherwise not know they could does make a significant difference, and increasing the efficiency in tackling problems that they can also helps to combat loss of the urban tree canopy. Thank you.
The bees need the trees, but without the trees, there's no bees.
We need the bees in the trees, so save the bees in the trees.
The bees need the trees, but without the trees, there's no bees.
We need the bees in the trees, so save the bees in the trees.